Hey y'all, and welcome to the Farming Pastor's Wife. I am so glad you're here. My name is Leslie. If you are one of my faithful followers, thank you so much for returning. And if you're new to my channel, thank you for visiting with us. I hope you decide to stick around. Please consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss anything. And give this video a thumbs up. Today is our next installment of Church Ladies Recipe. Tonight we're making chicken crescents. It's kind of an easy, simple, small dish. I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, we have church tonight, so it's something I'm going to kind of get things prepared ahead of time and finish it up when we get home tonight. We're going to have a late supper tonight, and that's just the way it is. So stay tuned for chicken crescents and the next installment of the Church Ladies Recipe. Okay, y'all, so before we get into the Church Ladies Recipe and me telling you about the lady, let me just say we had the most amazing response to mine and Caroline's mother-daughter favorite items thing we did when we did a collaboration with Melanie and Molly. Y'all loved it. I mean, every single comment, with the exception of one, was all positive, and they were like, do it again, do it a lot more, we need to see more of this, and it was wonderful. The only negative I got was, I'm here for the cooking, I'm not here for this kind of stuff. And really, in all honesty, my channel has never been just cooking, although that would be the majority of it. But I wanted my channel, the essence of my channel, to just envelop my life, which is farming, ministry, cooking, and my family. And so therefore the mother-daughter thing was right up my alley. And I don't know why we've never thought about doing that before, but it was so much fun, and you guys absolutely loved it. And I thank you so much for your feedback. And we will be doing this again. I'm trying to figure out, a lot of you wanted one with Isaac, and so I'm trying to figure that out. And many of you have asked to hear him sing. I don't know that that will ever happen, but we'll see. But yeah, y'all gave such great feedback on that video, and I'll link that below in case you missed it. Caroline and I kind of went through our favorite items and favorite things, and things that made us happy, things that made life easy. So thank you guys for all the feedback on that video. Okay, so as you know, I like to tell you a little bit about the person who submitted this recipe. This recipe comes from our former church in Tobaccoville. They have a recipe book, so a lot of my Church Ladies recipes going to come from their recipe book. And many of you have asked me if it is available, can you buy one? I have no idea if this is still available or not. The church is Old Richmond, and it's in Tobaccoville. I don't know if you can call or check to see if it's still available or not. But anyway, the lady who submitted this recipe, her name is Carol Smitherman. Carol and Mike, her husband, owned the local John Deere dealership at the time when we were up there. They also, when my husband and I were able to both stay at home for the first year and get to know the church family. When it came time to go to work, I tried going to work. It was hard for him to take a 2-year-old little boy to surgeries. So then we switched. He says, I'll go to work and you stay home. And so Mike and Carol gave him a position at the John Deere dealership, and they were very supportive of if he had hospital visits or if he had surgeries he needed to be at. They were very supportive of us. They loved us. They loved us well. We had 2 small children at the time when we were up there, and we didn't have family nearby. So if we ever needed a babysitter, if we had to be somewhere or had a meeting to go to and needed a babysitter, especially overnight, Carol is usually who kept my children. And Caroline was so funny. When she was little, she'd come home, she says, I just feel like a princess at Miss Carol's. And I think they treated her like a princess, and so that was her thing when she would come home. I just feel like a princess when I'm at Miss Carol's. So Miss Carol was a great cook, and so this is the recipe. One of the recipes she submitted for the cookbook. Now, let me get started a little bit. We're also going to be doing a side dish to go along with it, and it's one I've done before. It's my pasta salad. We're just going to throw it together really fast. But what I've got over here is I've got 4 chicken breasts. I'm cutting her recipe way down because it's just me and Bryant. So I'm like even more than half in it. I'm just going to do 2 chicken breasts. I mean, hers calls for 2 whole chickens. So we're cutting this way, way back. And anyway, I've boiled them with the bouillon cube, salt and pepper. That's about it so far. I've brought it to a boil, put the lid on, turned it on simmer, and have let it simmer for hours. So now we'll get started on assembling just the chicken portion of it. We're not going to do the rest quite yet, but we are going to do this. I've got 4 chicken breasts in here. I'm only going to do 2 for tonight and 2 possibly for tomorrow night. But I'm gonna shred them all up together, and then we'll divide it. So let me get that drained and going. Okay, so many of you know I like to shred my chicken using forks and just separating it with a fork. And many of you have told me, Leslie, use the hand mixer or use your stand mixer. It's so much faster. And you are so right. It is faster. It is easier. The only caveat, or the only thing I have an issue with that, is when I have a casserole or some of my soups, I want bigger chunks of chicken. And sometimes I think that mixing it with the mixer gets it too fine for me. Now, like if I was doing tacos or something like that, I would be okay with that. But like in some of my casseroles, I want to get a big chunk of chicken. So that's why I usually use a fork. However, with these, for both recipes, tonight's recipe and tomorrow's recipe, I think I'm going to use the hand mixer because I think it's just going to be easier. And maybe it's just that I have a heavy hand with the hand mixer and I leave it in too long or whatever. But today we're going to use it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to plug my hand mixer up. I'm going to go over here and mix this chicken up. Okay, guys, and my beaters have a like rubbery silicone cover, so I'm not worried about it messing my pan here. So I'm just gonna, oh, they're so tender. Look how tender they are. I don't really need to even turn it on. I mean, these are so tender. Oh my goodness, look at that. Y'all. I mean, like, I'm done. That's it. Look at that. Those were so incredibly tender. Okay, guys, I've just taken a spoon and kind of drew a line down the middle. I'm going to take half of this chicken and put in a container for tomorrow. And I may actually put just a little bit of water over it just to keep it moist. So this right here that I'm putting in this container is going to serve a whole nother purpose. Okay. All right. So that will go in the refrigerator. So now into this chicken, I am going to put some cream cheese. I had one that I used a little bit on some bagels, and so it's not a full pack. I'm going to leave you her entire recipe in the description, and it is like, I don't know if it's quadrupled this or I don't know. It's like for a big crowd. And let me tell you, this recipe is good if you are taking it to a dinner, if you're taking it to finger foods, or like a heavy hors d'oeuvres or snack foods. I mean, this is so versatile. This can this is amazingly delicious. So I'm mixing this cream cheese in. Once I get that mixed in, I'll bring you back. Okay guys, so I have it all mixed in. Now, Miss Carol's recipe calls for water chestnuts. My family is not a fan of water chestnuts, so I'm not putting them in. So here's where you can change. Miss Carol also calls for lemon pepper. I don't normally keep lemon pepper here. I should. I don't know why I don't, but I don't. So I'm going to add a little seasoning salt. I did salt my chicken when I was boiling it, but I'm going to add a little seasoning salt. And I'm going to add, I just looked in my cabinet. Go look in your cabinet, see what kind of spices you think will be good. And I'm going to add a little bit of this garlic parmesan. Just a little. All right. And I'm going to mix this up, and I'm going to put this in a bowl and have it ready for tonight when we get ready to put this dish together. There's one other thing I've got to do to get ready for tonight, because I'm going to have everything ready, and we're just going to really quickly and easily put this together. So, all right, let me get this out of the pot. Let me get everything else ready, and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so the next thing I'm going to do to get us ready for supper tonight, which will be late tonight, is I've got my chicken mixture ready. And the only other thing is I want to break up some herbed dressing, stuffing type stuff. So I just purchased, I mean, there's Pepperidge Farm in the blue bag. There's all kinds you can get. I just grabbed a box of stovetop, and I've put it in a little baggie. And she doesn't say you have to do this, but I want to do this. I want it a little bit finer than what it is. So I'm going to just get the air out best I can. Bryant just came in and made himself a sandwich, so I got to move all his stuff off here. All right. Whoops. Okay, so I'm just going to put my little baggie of dressing mix, and it's got all that flavor in it. I'm just going to lay it down right like that. I'm going to get my meat mallet or a rolling pin, and I'm just going to crush them up. This is actually going to become a breading for us. And when you do this, sometimes the big pieces kind of shrink to the bottom, so you're going to flip it over and just make sure you've done it on both sides. And I'm just going to leave it in this bag until I'm ready to use it, and then I'll pour it in a pie plate and we'll have it ready to go. But there it is, all crushed up, ready. I'm setting it aside. So now, let's talk about our pasta salad. I did the rotini noodles. I cooked them to al dente, I think the 10-minute mark. And so now I'm going to find some Italian dressing, pour a whole bottle of Italian dressing over here. And then we're just going to see what's in the refrigerator to throw in it. So let me get the Italian dressing, and then we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so here's what I found for our salad. I have Italian dressing. I'm going to pour the whole bottle. I've got some green pepper. I've got some cherry tomatoes. I have a cucumber. My favorite thing in the whole wide world, feta cheese, is going in there. And I found some pepperoni, so I thought we'd chop up some pepperonis and put in there. I'm missing a green onion, so I may stop by the store and get a green onion. I wasn't going to go to the store. I was just going to, but it's got to have a green onion in it. I mean, really? So, I can't get it open. All right, so we're just going to, I just looked in the refrigerator to see what I had. And we're just going in with what we got. So, I'm going in with the whole bottle of Italian dressing. Look, 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 look. And yes, that's probably a lot. But what I can do is, as the salad starts going down, I'm just wiping the chicken off this utensil. And I'm going to use it. No need to mess up anything else. As the stuff gets going down, we can just add stuff to it. And it's already got the dressing in there. Oops. I washed that pepper and I didn't get that sticker off. My goodness. I'd washed it and chopped it. I mean, sliced it. And still didn't see that sticker. All right. So, I'm just going to keep chopping this pepper. And I'm just going at it fast. It doesn't matter if the sizes are uniform or not. I'm just putting them in there. These chicken crescents, it's just going to be kind of a small meal. But it's just me and Bryant tonight. We'll be late. Because after church we have worship team practice, and our pianist is out of town, and so we're not really sure what songs we're doing. We're wanting to introduce a new song, and the lady I have playing the piano loves this new song. So, and I love this new song, so I'm hoping it'll come together. We've never tried to practice it, I don't think, so it's gonna be fun. But anyway, so it may be a late night, and normally we go to Cookout on Wednesday nights after church and get a barbecue sandwich. Have you ever had Cookout's barbecue sandwich, y'all? No, it is so good. It is so good. And you know, if you get the tray, you get like 2 sides with it. And my goodness, your sides can be another whole entree. So yeah, we like to go to Cookout on Wednesday nights. But we went out last night, and I think we went out the night before. I'm not sure. But I needed to cook. I've had one of those days that, well, we'll talk about it in a minute. But cooking is my therapy, and I needed to cook. So that's why I am cooking supper tonight, and it was a great time to do a church ladies meal recipe. All right, guys, I just got to slice this cucumber, peel it, and I'll bring you back once I get it peeled and ready to slice up to go in there. This is going to be so amazingly good. Y'all, that feta cheese is my favorite. All right, I've gotten the cucumber peeled, and we're slicing it up in here. And then we're going to figure out how we want to slice the pepperoni. And I don't have to get off every little bit of that dark green, because I think it just adds a prettiness if you leave a little bit of that dark green peel on there. All right. So, let me wipe my hands off. Okay, y'all, I just laid out some pepperoni, and I'm not really cutting it into any rhyme or reason. I'm just basically cutting it in half. They're not really stacked straight, so they're not really getting cut perfectly in half. But we're just doing something random. All right. So I'm just gonna drop these in there. They're not really cut perfectly, but that's quite all right. Like I said, this is random and rustic. Random and rustic. How you like that? Y'all, let me just tell you. We had such a good time doing that mother-daughter thing. Okay, let me give it a stir. Man overboard. Get back in there. Oh, you know what would be beautiful in here? Ooh, I really may have to go to the store. Black olives. Oh, if you like black olives, I'm going to the store, y'all. That's a must. Some green onions and some black olives. We got to be going to the store. All right. So now, my favorite part, if I can figure out how to open it. And some of these are big pieces, and so I just take my finger and kind of break them up because I want the feta to go a really long way. Because I love it so. Y'all, I love me some feta cheese. I don't know why. I don't even know where I had it to begin with, but oh my goodness. I love the sharp tartness of it. Oh, I just love it. So I'm going in. We're going in. Now, you can also sprinkle some Parmesan cheese with this. That would be delicious. And I still may do that, but we're just going to let this sit for a while. So, I've got to go to the store and get some black olives and some green onions. And maybe a little more feta. So, we're going to stick this in the refrigerator and just let it sit. Let the flavors meld together. I may be in heaven after this meal. The chicken crescents and the pasta salad. So, all right. Stay tuned. I'll be right back and we'll talk just a little bit. Let's chit-chat a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back to the Farm and Pastor's Way. We just got in from church. It is cold as blazes outside. I'm like, where did summertime go? Or not really summer, but spring. We thank goodness we did not plant our garden yet, and we had tomato plants outside, so we brought them in, and Bryant is watering them because they're dry as a bone. My trash is overflowing, and we have Caroline's puppy that you're gonna hear. So they've flown out to Arizona to go to a wedding, and so anyway, so I have taken my breadcrumbs or the stovetop stuffing that I crushed up, put it in a pie plate. I'm going to grab the crescent rolls and the chicken mixture, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we're trying a different angle. And you might want to cut that light off. Well, I guess it's okay. I'm taking a scoop of my chicken mixture, and I've got my crescent rolls right here. And I'm putting it on there. And I'm just rolling that baby up best I can. Sealing the edges if you can. I've melted a stick. I've melted a full stick of butter in this bowl. So I'm going to take my chicken mixture in my crescent roll, dip it in the butter, and then take it and roll it around in my herb dressing mix. I've got my oven preheating to 350. Y'all, these can be served warm or cold. They're perfect. So we're just going to keep repeating this process. I'm going to dip the chicken. We're going to roll it up. We're going to flip it in the melted butter, roll it in the stuffing mix that we've crumbled up. And we're going to place it on our parchment paper. And I'm just going to keep doing this until we're ready. I'm going to stick it in I'm not sure how many minutes we're going to leave it in. I'll let you know when we come back. But it's going in a 350-degree oven, and I'll let you know exactly how long when we come back. But we'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, y'all, here we are at the dining room table, and here are our chicken crescents. They stayed in at 350 for 15 minutes, and they come out perfectly golden brown. Here is our beautiful pasta salad. I did go by the store and get some black olives and a little more feta cheese. I bought the green onions, but we didn't put them in. So, all right, Dad, you gonna say the blessing?
They caught me sneaking a bite of the pasta.
The pasta salad is so good. We've been nibbling on it all day.
All right, let's pray. Father, we thank you for this food. Bless it to our bodies. Be with those tonight that are going through any challenges or difficulties. We just pray, Lord, blessings over our family and those of our friends and those around us. Lord, we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right, you taste the crescent and tell us what you think.
All right. First time
I'm out of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. First time you've ever made this, right?
Mm-hmm. I've had Carol's,
okay.
but I've never made it.
Okay. This is from the Church Ladies recipe. You ready?
Yep.
It's warm. This is really good. It's unique because it's contained within itself. You know what I mean?
It's like a finger food. Like I said, you can make this.
What you have for supper too?
It can be an entree for supper, like we're doing, or if you make the full recipe, which I will link down below. I will leave you her full recipe, and let me tell you, that's going to make a bunch. That's going to make for a huge crowd. So you just divide that recipe for how much you want. I just used 2 chicken breasts and not even a whole block of cream cheese. And I still made, what, 8 of these?
How many does hers call for?
2 whole chickens.
Oh, no.
And like 4 packs of...
That'll make like 30.
I mean, it's like going to be huge.
Right. 2 chicken breasts made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mm-hmm. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
Delicious.
The stovetop stuffing, the herb stovetop stuffing gives you a great flavor.
So we're having, we don't ever have dinners for 2.
Never.
This is unique. And it's late at night. It's like, is it 10 o'clock?
It's close.
It's getting close to 10 o'clock.
Well, we had church. We had late worship practice. We ran out of feed at one of the chicken houses, so I was over there.
It's always something. Always.
Take to that.
So
the pasta salad, really good.
Yeah, you can't beat that pasta salad.
Easy peasy.
And it's whatever you have in the refrigerator. Don't worry. Just stick it in there.
The feta cheese puts it over the top.
Yeah, but you got to have the feta cheese.
And you got to have the pepperoni.
Oh, you really like the pepperoni?
Oh, yeah. I love pepperoni.
So good.
All right, guys.
Thank you guys for watching.
Drop us a comment. Tell us what you liked about the video. Give us some more dishes. She needs some more dish ideas. Don't you, Mom?
Yes, and I have several church lady recipes coming up soon. So there'll be several probably back to back. So I know you guys enjoy those. Thank you for enjoying mine and Caroline's video the other day. I'll link it below if you've missed it. Y'all be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so. And we just say welcome. Welcome to our dinner table.
And share the videos on your Facebook page.
Yes, share them. That's the best way to get it out there.
Or your YouTube, your Instagram.
As soon as we hit 50,000, we got a good giveaway coming. So anyway, thank you guys for watching The Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm going to have to fill his plate back up and start on my own. Thanks for watching. And remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.